your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the set. Recon, 132 fighter. You better be afraid of me. 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Okay. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Come on. Check 99. Check 99. Check.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
45. Mike, 45. Quit talking about it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Hey.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Now they run with Mixon.
Easy one. It's easy one, and it's coming again.
Ready. 18, Gator.
I got you.
Get it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark. And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week. And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing. Throwing on first down. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started. And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Match box right.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's not a wolf.
37. Yeah. Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the pass.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. 45. Check 52. Bang, 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 bang. General West.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Here's Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. The final shot before break. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a run with McCaffrey. Fights through, and now a crease. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
45, Mike, 45. Let's go, team. Big shit. Ready?
On third down, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Ready, go to base. Set is the mic. Hey, defense, let's go.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throwing right, and that's complete. 17 yards on the play, and a Buccaneer first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Eric Armstead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And this one is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Everyone go.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Yeah. 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On first down, Herbert. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Any weapons? Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Brooks. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On 1st down, Dobbins, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. McCaffrey, and the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
From the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
It's 2nd down 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
They're running it. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. There go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Devin White on the tackle. Gain of 8 yards.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey. 61, matchbox, lights. Ankles moving. Check, left. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them